Hello there, welcome. I've got today for you a couple of first lines. You can use these for your First Line Friday to get your first line down of your stories. Now, what I did is I created a couple of first lines here that are specifically for memoir work, but that doesn't mean that you have to use them for a memoir story, okay? If you like these lines and you think, you know what, I could actually write a story using those lines, or I could change a few words here and there and make those into lines that I could use for a fictional story, absolutely go for that. If these lines end up giving you ideas for another kind of writing, so it's not necessarily a story, whether that's nonfiction or fiction, but rather if these give you ideas for ways that you could do a one-act play, a poem, an essay, or something else, go ahead and do that. Don't feel like you're limited by just the original intention behind the first lines. You can definitely change these up to suit your own needs, okay? What I have found time and time again is that that first line is the hardest one to get down on paper. But once you can get that first line down, then it's much easier to move forward with the rest of the story. So sometimes it's just that first sentence and then you're on your way. If you find after you write your story that that first sentence isn't making any sense anymore, it's not really matching up with what you wanted to say or the direction that the story ended up taking, no big deal. Just go take it out. Just edit it out in the end. You can do that. Okay. All right. So here's our first line for First Line Friday. At the time, I would never have guessed that one choice would change my life forever. So I'll give that to you again. At the time, I would never have guessed that one choice would change my life forever. So I think all of us can think back to a moment in time when we made a choice, whatever that choice would have been. And it did end up changing the path of our lives. If we made a choice about a friendship or about a job or about moving or, some other aspect of our lives, and it ended up changing things for us. I think that all of us can kind of reflect back and find a time when that occurred. So that's your first line. Here's your second one. Mothers are usually caring and kind, but mine broke all the rules. I'll give that to you again. Mothers are usually caring and kind, but mine broke all the rules. Change these words around if this doesn't fit for you. You can change it to aunt, you can change it to neighbor, you can change it to kindergarten teacher, whatever. You can also change the descriptors that are in there. If you want to change it out of caring and kind and you want to make it strong and courageous, that's fine. Whatever fits here to make this a more valuable first line for your story, go ahead and switch that up so that you can do that. And again, this is originally intended for a memoir piece, but if you find that by making an adjustment or by thinking about this in another way that you can use this for a fictional piece, then go ahead and do that. Use this for fiction if it works out better for you. So I hope that this is helpful for you. I hope that this assists you in getting a story written and making that next step in your writing journey. Good luck in your writing.